Meet Nikki Glaser, a comedian who's known for turning her awkward, often cringeworthy moments into pure comedy gold. But how did Nikki go from being a high school misfit to a stand-up star with a late-night talk show? Well, buckle up, because Nikki's journey has been as unpredictable as her sense of humor.
How you guys doing? Good, me too. I get jealous of girls with boyfriends. And I do have a boyfriend, but we broke up for 2 weeks, but we're back together, so it's gonna last. And yeah. He doesn't know the real me yet. I feel like we're like 6 months in, so I'm still lying about who I am, kind of holding it in like a fart comes out at night, you know? Like, it was just a queef.
Nikki wasn't always the polished performer you see today. In fact, her high school years were less class clown and more, "Why are you making fart noises in the back of math class?" But Nikki had a secret weapon, a sharp wit, and the ability to make fun of herself before anyone else could.
It's not what you think it was. He thinks I'm like, you know, I'm being this version of a girl that he's gonna fall in love with. Like, I'm clean and nice, and I've never done anal. Like, I'm just like this pure, and I have. Not like a ton, but like, he asked me if I've done it, and of course I said no. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm a huge butt whore. I'm not gonna like, you have to say, never done it. And I know a lot of people in here are like, no, I would never do it, because I used to be that way, and then I did coke, and...
Fast forward to the move to Los Angeles. Nikki was determined to make it in the brutal world of stand-up comedy, even if it meant eating ramen and wondering if her roommates were secretly judging her life choices. But she had a dream: to perform on big stages, just like the stars she admired.
You are missing out. You should do it, but if you don't want to do it, girls, instead of being like, no, it's gross, I think you should go the other way and like seem super into it, like too into it. That's the best. Just be like, yeah, we should. And I think I would love it because I like love pooping. So if you say it that way, like really sell it. I know it's gross, but be like, I love it going out, so I'll probably love it going in. Like, get in there, cowboy. Call him cowboy. Just freak him out. He'll leave you, so you'll never have to do it. I'm getting to an age where I think my body wants to have a baby. It's happening. I saw a girl on the train my age with a baby, and at first I was like, oh my God, that's so sad that girl like is still babysitting, you know? It's like, God, this economy. And then I was like, oh wait, she owns that baby. And at first I was just like, and then overwhelmed by this feeling of like, I want one. And I was like, what is this? And then the girl next to her pulled out a Kindle, and I was like, I want one.
Despite early setbacks, Nikki kept going. She bombed, she grew, and eventually she started making a name for herself in the stand-up scene. But what really set Nikki apart wasn't just her ability to make people laugh. It was her ability to bear it all. She was raw, she was real, and she wasn't afraid to push boundaries.
It's like, oh, I know that. It's just I want an accessory that I don't have yet. That's all that is. And I just want what I can't have, you know? That's how I got HPV. And all my friends were doing it. You guys have it yet? You should get it. It's going viral. So get it before they cure it. It's like, I love getting fingered. It's my favorite sexual act. I think it's because I don't really masturbate, so I like to outsource it, and it's the greatest. Are you guys into it? Yeah? No one? Okay, just me? I love it. Lately, fingering styles are bumming me out, and I think that's why a lot of you are just like, no, not so much anymore, because there's finger banging going on and finger blasting. It's just like this aggressive thing we're getting a lot. It's just like, it's like, is this fracking? Is that what fracking is? I've heard a lot about it, and I'm ready to write my congresswoman. It's rampant. A lot of you I can sense are like, what's wrong with that? It either feels like nothing or it hurts. And that sound that we make, that's not like a pleasure, that's a pain sound.
That's right. She roasted Jay Leno on The Tonight Show and lived to tell the tale. And she didn't just stop there. She went on to host her own show, Not Safe with Nikki Glaser, where she made uncomfortable conversations funny, and sometimes just plain uncomfortable.
So slight distinction. It's just this, and it's, you don't even need to be in there. You can just, and if you are, just the gentle, the hook, I know what you did last summer, here, kitty, like you're trying to coax a cat out from under a bed or something, like, here, pussy. But yeah, and I would just stick to the clit, and I know that word is like, stick, it's gross, but it's nature. But yeah, I would just stick to that, and I know it's like, where is it? But we'll like find it for you and just be like, there. It's like, there's Waldo. Mine's Stripes, so that does help. And then you just hone in on it like you're playing a game of Fruit Ninja. Have you played that game? If you haven't, I just want to tell you, it's a fingering training tool developed by the Japanese. And you like swipe fruit, and there's a part where a pomegranate comes up, and that's what I'm talking about. You gotta just like scrub it really quickly like this. And you're trying to get like a 37 is where you're trying to aim for. And this will change the way you see kids playing that game, and I apologize for that. On the way here tonight, there was a 13-year-old, and I was like, oh God, like, he had good styles. Thank you guys very much. Have a great night.
And let's talk about her dating life. Nikki's approach to love and relationships is just as no-holds-barred as her comedy. She's been open about the ups and downs of dating, even on shows like FBoy Island. Nothing is off limits when Nikki is on the mic.
Boyfriend?
My boyfriend and I have been, off and on for 9 years, which is an insane amount of time. It was, we met in New York. I had a show on MTV. It was my first TV show, and he was a producer on the show, and he was from St. Louis, where I was from. I just quit drinking like a year before that, and I didn't want to have any relationships with people who were heavy drinkers. And so when I met him, I thought he was cute, but he just seemed too fun. It was like a party that we all met each other at, and he was like dancing, and he was just like too fun and smiling. I was like, that guy's wasted, because how could you be that way? And so I just wrote him off. I was like, no, not for me. And then I found out he didn't drink, and I was like, oh, he's just like fun and like that. And then I fell in love from afar. Like I just had a crush from afar for a really long time, which was so fun, because I was just like pining for him constantly. It was like very Jim and Pam. I was Jim, and he had no idea. And he was my first real boyfriend. And then we did a reality show together, and they show up, and I'm like, I know this guy doesn't want to be on TV. Like, he's behind the scenes, he's a TV producer. And I said, listen, I sold the show as like a dating show. We weren't together. We're kind of together now. I do have to date on the show. I kind of want to date someone who will be on camera with me. So I'll keep seeing you like in private, but like I have to date on this show unless you want to be on camera. And he was like, no, I'll do it. And then that was like another turning point of like, this guy does not like to be on camera, and he's doing this thing because he loves me and he wants to like share a thing together. So it was just all of these things of like, then I started doing things.
From her stand-up specials to her podcasts, Nikki's ability to blend vulnerability with humor has made her one of the most relatable and hilarious comedians of our time. She doesn't just perform, she gives the audience a peek into her life, no filter.
That were hard for me to do, like, making time for him.
You guys broken up and got back together a lot, most recently last month, right?
Last month.
Like, what's going on there?
So funny. Last month was like a do or die situation where it was like, what are we doing? Like, is this leading to marriage? We never talk about marriage. We both signed on 9 years ago as people who didn't want to get married, didn't want to have kids, but now he's in his 40s, I'm in my late 30s. What are we doing? And our priorities have changed, our like goals have changed. And I don't want to get into the details of it, but it just, I have a fear of commitment. I'm the one.
Oh, it's you.
I'm the one.
When you've historically had a fear of commitment.
I didn't know I did. I thought I was always chasing guys and being like, why doesn't anyone want to commit to me? But it was me.
There are a couple people very close to you that don't think you guys are a good fit for each other. How do you handle that?
They don't get it. They're not in it.
She and Chris have been off and on for 10 years, and it's like, get off the pot. That's the way I look at it. Figure it out. It's not that tough. I
don't know what will happen. I may look back on this interview and be like, oh my God, you thought he was the one. But I actually think that that's okay, because I actually feel like now he is the one, And that's great. Like, I don't know, it's nice to admit that, but I don't know, he might be dead in Iceland right now. This relationship has been like my career. Like, I've had to give up on certain things. I thought it was dead for a while, and then it came back, and it just shows, I didn't know you can change a man, but you can. After I saw my reality show, I was very appreciative of my boyfriend because I saw a side of myself that was like, she's a lot, like almost being like to him, like, run, dude. Like, it is very hard to date me. I am an open book. I am pornographic in what I say. I mean, I'm not someone that, you know, bringing me around to your family, like, based on the things I've described, doing that sex acts, like, I'm basically a porn star. And, like, I feel that way sometimes. Like,
Whether roasting herself, taking on the toughest audiences, or just being brutally honest, Nikki Glaser's comedic journey has been anything but predictable. But one thing's for sure, she's making it through, one laugh at a time.
I've described my sex life in such detail that if you are a blind person, it's no different than someone describing a porn they're watching. So I am pornographic in many ways, and that can be not the easiest thing to bring home to mom, but my boyfriend does not care.
You still a proponent of non-monogamy?
Yeah, not for myself. I think it's every...
But it was something for yourself, or for the person you were dating,
I'm a weirdo,
right?
and I like my boyfriend to at least entertain the idea of being with other women or be with them. I think it's about, like, I want to be on HBO Max because people watch HBO Max. It's a cool network. I want my show on a place that is a cool, shiny, like, I want things that other people want.
Would you be cool with him sleeping with somebody else right now?
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to be with her, no. Then go be with her. Like, don't be with me. It'd be like if I was like cooked him a meal every night and someone else made him a meal. I wouldn't be like, another person cooked you. Like, that's how I look at sex. Whereas, like, he likes my cooking the best, and part of my cooking is dependent on him trying other things so that I can try them for him.
You don't think it would hurt you?
No, I know it wouldn't, if you want to be honest. In the past, we've experimented with this because I had these feelings of, like, I wouldn't mind if you, like, had a little fling with someone else, not like emotional. That seems like...
Well, you found it, like, attractive, right?
Yeah,
or, like,
I want things
on.
that, yeah, like, even if she's hotter than me or, like, looks different than me, like, I don't really care what she looks like. I like it. He's a hot guy. I'm like, yeah, check this out. Like, it's like lending your friend your sweater or something. I'm not doing this with my friends, but it's like, have fun in it for the night, but give it back to me, don't stretch it out or whatever. Like, everyone has their own kinky thing. My thing is, I don't mind that. And does he go through with it? No, but, like, could he? Yes. Is it a two-way street of, like, I can do anything? No, because I don't really want to. That's not my thing. And who knows? It might be my thing someday. I'm a very, like, open person to anything that might come about. But yeah, that's my kind of take on non-monogamy, I guess.